I'm Laura Rose, and today on Change Starts at Home, you'll learn about the 4 foods that we all need to survive, but can't actually eat. My guest today is Christine Eubanks. She's a holistic nutrition coach, the founder of Love & Tomatoes, and the resident nutritionist at Real Food Company in San Francisco. You are busy.
I am.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so when we think about food, we think about fruits and vegetables, or I think about pizza and burgers.
Right.
So what are these 4 foods that we need to survive, but we can't actually eat?
Right. So like you were saying, a lot of people think of food and they think of the things that we eat that create our tissues and our muscles and our bones. We're all familiar with those foods, but there are certain foods that are missing in most American diets. In fact, they're deficient in 1, 2, or 3, maybe even 4 of these categories, Laura.
Okay, so what are the 4 food groups and how can we get more of them in our life?
Right. So these food groups are things that include things like touch and love and play.
Touch.
Touch, love, play, things that you can't eat, but you need to nourish your soul. Right?
Okay, so what are some examples?
Right. So the first example would be meaningful work. Meaningful work are things that you do. I mean, you spend 40 to 50 hours a week at your job.
At least.
At least,
yeah.
Right? Some of us it's 80 or 90 hours a week. But you want that work to be something that you enjoy, something that gives you passion and purpose, and that lights you up inside when you talk about it, when you do it, and when you're spending all your time there.
Yeah, I actually did a whole episode on that very topic, so I couldn't agree more. So what's the next one?
Absolutely. So the second one is actually one of my favorites, and it's loving relationships. All right. Now, relationships can be any kind. They can be relationships between you and a partner, but they can also be relationships with your colleagues, with your boss, with your family, your friends. All of these relationships should feed your spirit and your soul and bring something to your life, not be draining on your energy, right?
Yeah, and so many times they can be, right? The opposite. So it is important.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay,
Absolutely.
So what's number 3?
So number 3 is physical activity. And physical activity are things that make you move, right? They get your heart beat up, they get you active, and you know, it can be anything from yoga to working out. It doesn't have to be cardio and running, but anything that's physical activity.
Okay, so does that include sex?
Actually, it does.
Okay, good.
Yeah, anything that gets your heart beat up, right? With the right person, that's a meaningful part of nourishing your life.
All right, so what's the 4th that we need?
The 4th thing is spiritual connection. So people think of spiritual connection and they often think of what their religion might be, but spiritual connection doesn't have to be religion. It can be anything that connects you to a higher power. It can be something that is a purpose or a passion, a community project, something that you're involved in that's bigger than just yourself, right?
Yeah.
Your work
absolutely.
with Change Starts at Home would be a perfect example of something that you're spiritually connected to that's part of the greater environment and good.
I love it. Those are all great and very doable. So we know that we actually can get these in our lives and survive. That's great. Thank you. So for more information, you've got a free gift, right?
I do. If you want to see my website, which is loveandtomatoes.com. Great. I have a free gift there. It's something that you'll love. It's the six steps to healing your heartbreak, increasing your energy, and increasing your focus.
I love it. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure that you visit loveandtomatoes.com and join us back here for the next episode of Change Starts at Home, where we're going to learn about 3 foods that will improve your mood, your energy, and your outlook.